Hey guys, John Cannon for JJDJ Entertainment. So I've been meaning to do a video on chassis mount connectors and power cons and power in and power outs for some time. I just haven't had. Every time I've seemed to be doing those kind of installs, I was in a rush and I didn't have time to do a video for it. So, and I have an opportunity now to do the video, so I want to do this for you. So if you see down at the bottom, you see that cable that's kind of wrapped around there. That's the main power line or power feed into the booth. And essentially that cable comes in and it goes into a quad box that's on this top shelf, which then powers the printer. And essentially that powers this bottom half of the booth. You can see here the booth here is 2 road cases. So when you plug that main power in, you essentially power the entire bottom half of the booth. Now what he has here, the previous owner, he has a power out into another power out. Now usually you don't see this in a lot of places, or actually anywhere you should never see this, but he did it when he built his booth for a specific reason, and he warned me about it beforehand. Actually, he didn't even want to give me the cable I'm about to show you because of the exact reason you'll see in a moment. So the way this works is you have this cable which then plugs into the bottom half of the booth. Okay? Once that cable's plugged in, let me go and show you the death cable first. The cable has 2 male ends on it, which you should never in a million years see a cable like this. Unfortunately, you sometimes will, and in his situation it worked for him. It's a huge risk, that's why we are going to get rid of it. So essentially this outlet right here is a power out, what he's made it to be. So when you put your cable into here and you turn it, it now makes this end a hot. So if you were to grab this or touch it while you're trying to plug it in or something, you're going to essentially electrocute yourself. And there's no breakers in the box to trip, so I mean you're going to get a pretty good shock. I mean 120 may not kill you, but it's definitely going to hurt, and you're going to feel it for sure. I mean if it hits you in the right place, you never know, it may just stop your heart. But essentially he's using this cable to jump from box to box. So we would take this and we would go into this box here, turn it, and now we would successfully power the second half of the box, giving the whole unit power. I don't like this. He said he let his guys know about it, and they were trained, and they knew about the cable and they knew how to properly power it up. My situation, I trust my guys. I know they would probably do it right if I told them. I just don't want to run that risk of anyone getting hurt. Or, I don't even want to run the risk of me being in a hurry one day or not paying attention, and then, next thing you know, I give myself a good shock. So what we're going to do here today is we're going to get rid of this cable altogether. Don't want that no more. Don't want to even take the risk. We're going to take both of these panels off, and I'm going to replace them with a power con power out, and then I'm going to do a blue power con power in up here. So that way there's no exposed prongs. It'll work well for what I'm trying to do. So in my next video, I'm going to show you all the pieces that we have and how we're going to go about doing this. So I have all the parts laid out that I need for this particular project. What we're doing is we're going to take off those silver mounts that cover the cut in the case that has all the wires and everything for each of the power sources, and we're going to replace them with a black metal cover, because I wanted to blend in a little better. I don't want a silver cover. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these plates, and I'm going to drill a hole in the center, and we're going to put these power con connectors in those. Now, what's really important that a lot of people I see forget to do is when you use any type of chassis connector, it's always good to have these little rubber gaskets, and it works real well because it creates a nice seal. If you over drilled your hole a little bit, it just puts a nice seal between the actual connector and the plate or the backside or the case or whatever it is you're using. So we're going to replace both of those female power twist lock covers that are on the case now, and we're going to replace them with power con. Now the company I bought this from, it's a site on eBay. You can get it from a lot of different people. Ben Stowe sells all this stuff. You can contact him. The company also had just a 1-foot power con jumper, so I just went ahead and bought that. because I have carpal tunnel and I did not want to have to set and make cables. So I figured this would be a lot easier way to do it. So I just went ahead and bought that cable direct. So this cable essentially is going to jump from this plate right here is going to go in the bottom half of the box, and gray is your power out. So you're going to come out of that bottom box, and then it's going to go into the top box, and that's what it's going to be when it powers up our booth. So that's what we have going on. I'm going to go ahead and get started here, and I will fill you guys in with more videos on the way. And again, I did not shoot a lot of the in-between videos, but what I did was I cut a 1-inch hole into that that black plate. From there, I wired up the power cons, and it's just 3 wires. You have your ground, your neutral, and your lead, and drill 2 more holes for the screw mounts, and boom, they're installed just like that. So now we eliminate that depth cable and have a nice little simple power con cable. Perfect. That's all we needed. Now it's safe. No one's at risk getting electrocuted, and we're good to go.